Halloween Night. Halloween Night is a horror story about four young girls who have an encounter with a creepy man on their way home from a Halloween party. On Halloween night in 2002, four young girls were walking down a lonely street when they passed by an old church. Standing outside was a man dressed in a clown costume. He asked the girls if they had seen his puppy. When they said that they hadn't seen it, the man asked them to help him find the lost dog. The girls agreed to help him in the search, and the man in the clown costume led them into the old church. As soon as they went through the door, the man locked it behind him, trapping them in the old building. The girls realized that they had been tricked, but it was too late. They tried to flee, but he was too fast for them. The man tied the girls up and kept them in the old church for hours. He did unspeakable things to them, and their screams echoed off the marble walls, the wooden rafters, and the ornate ceiling. After he had his fun, the poor unfortunate girls thought he would let them go. But they were wrong. He killed them one by one and then escaped into the night. People who saw the clown walking down the street didn't think anything of it because it was Halloween night and many people are wearing costumes. If only they had known that his clown costume was red because it was covered in blood. The next morning, the local priest was surprised to find the church doors were unlocked. He went inside and in the darkness, he heard a mysterious dripping sound. As he walked down the aisle, he saw a pool of blood lying on the altar. He quickly turned on all the lights in the church and gasped in horror at the terrifying sight that met his eyes. The dripping sound was coming from the headless bodies of four young girls that were hanging upside down from the rafters. Their blood was dripping down from the bloody stumps of their necks and forming a pool on the altar. But worse was yet to come. The girls' bodies were buried in the small cemetery behind the church. Just a few weeks later, their parents received four mysterious packages in the mail. When their parents unwrapped the packages and opened the boxes, they recoiled in horror. The boxes contained the severed heads of their dead daughters. Some people say that if you visit that old church on Halloween night, you will see the ghost of the four young girls standing on the altar. According to the legend, you can still hear their screams echoing in the darkness. To this day, the man who murdered the girls has never been found. So if a man ever comes up to you and asks you to help him find his lost puppy, remember this story. Halloween Candy. Halloween Candy is a scary Halloween story about some kids who come trick-or-treating on Halloween night. Last Halloween, I was waiting at my front door, giving out Halloween candy to trick-or-treaters all evening. Some children came alone, some were accompanied by parents. When they held out their bags, I happily dropped the sweets and treats inside. As it grew dark, things started to die down. When it seemed like nobody else was going to come, I decided to call it a night. I was just about to turn my porch light off and go to bed when there was a knock at my door. It seemed much too late for children to still be out, but I grabbed a handful of candy and opened my door. There were two children standing on my porch, but they weren't wearing costumes. They were the strangest children I had ever seen in my life. Their skin was waxy and ghostly white. Their eyes were completely black. Their teeth were jagged and too big to fit in their mouths. The entire look was more disturbing than anything I had seen before. But their clothes were just plain, ordinary shirts and pants. Confused, I asked them, "What are you supposed to be, some kind of monsters?" "No," said the children as their mouths widened into broad, leering grins. "Tonight we are dressed as humans." Filled suddenly with the chilling sense of impending doom, I slammed the door and locked it tight. Through the peephole, I could see the two strange trick-or-treaters standing outside the door, motionless. Then they began pounding on the door and telling me to let them in. The door shook and seemed like it was about to fall off its hinges. Then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. When I looked out through the peephole, they were gone. The street outside was deserted. I don't know about you, but this Halloween, I won't be opening the door for anyone. Hope you all liked the video. If you want more Halloween stories like this, hit thumbs up and comment below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.